I would like to invite to the stage Mike Schoenfeld, who will introduce Leslie Baker Brown.
For a ski racer, there is no time that they're more alive when they push out of the starting gate. In that moment, it all comes down to you and the mountain and a dance with gravity. With one acrobatic turn every second in a slalom race, or long sweeping turns reaching speeds of 50 miles an hour or more in a giant slalom. For Leslie, this was home, where her heart was. A place to let everything flow to get the most out of the hill and the snow has to offer. Some grit their teeth to get through it, while I swear Leslie was smiling. It takes great determination and ability to be a successful ski racer week after week and year after year, especially when there are never two race courses that are the same or no 2 days in the weather that's the same. What was always the same was Leslie was a playful spirit that she lived by and shared with the team, increasing the joy that she and the team got from ski racing. This doesn't just make successful and happy athletes, it makes successful and happy people. Perhaps that's what is at the heart of what we're celebrating here at the Hall of Fame. Now, speaking of playful spirit, Bakes, do you remember when we were training at Snow that one day we were doing top to bottom non-stops when some guy in the gondolas asked if he could take a run with you? Now, when I say some guy, picture a guy from New Jersey who skis across the parking lot to put his skis in the back, and he's been out at the bar really late the night before, and he thinks he's going to get lucky. So little did this guy know that he was going to try to keep up with a reigning NCAA national giant slalom champion who would soon be breaking the speed limit. The hopeful, or should I say hopeless, suitor soon disappeared in the rear view mirror while Leslie joyfully danced down the mountain, back at home, smiling. Please welcome Leslie Baker Brown.
He could have been much meaner. I'm honored to be here tonight with my fellow inductees, former Olympians, 70-year-olds running 344 marathons, and wow, a former member of the Patriots. I'm honored. Go Pats, by the way. And Shar, thank you for the tip on the tongue on the roof of the mouth. I'll let you know if it works. Well, I'm standing up here undoubtedly because of my skiing career here at Middlebury. I also played 4 years of varsity soccer. And just as I had an amazing ski coach in Monk, I assume you all know that his nickname is Monk, I also had an amazing soccer coach in Russ Riley. While basketball was his passion, he showed no less enthusiasm coaching women's soccer. And while Russ is no longer with us, I want to take a moment to share my favorite quote from him. It always came on a Monday afternoon after what was undoubtedly a Saturday night that started with pizza and beer at the Rosebud, followed by drinking and dancing at the Alibi. He would torture us with hill sprints at the end of practice and almost gleefully say, "If you want to dance, you have to pay the fiddler." I'm sad Russ is not here with us tonight, but I always carry fond memories of him and my days on the soccer field. I had applied to 3 colleges with great ski programs, UVM, Dartmouth, and Middlebury. I get into all 3. And UVM, while would have been a good fit, was where my sister Lori, who is here tonight, and you might mix us up, a lot of people do, Also a member of the UVM Athletic Hall of Fame for her skiing. She was attending, and I couldn't stand the thought of 4 years of being called Baby Bakes. In Dartmouth, which had recently turned co-ed, just didn't feel easy or comfortable or like home. My visit to Middlebury automatically felt like home. It was the same feeling my husband of 32 years, which until tonight I thought was a really long time until Mickey and Dixon told us how long they'd been married. I got a long way to go. My husband Cam, class of 74, and when he came for his college visit, he happened to arrive on the day of the demolition derby on the front lawn of SIGAP. And he and his friends were like, oh yeah, we're coming here. My parents, who were my sisters and my biggest fans and supporters, are no longer with us, but I'm grateful to have acquired a second ski family, and one that was also an influence on my decision to come to Middlebury, the Makins. I took a gap year and lived with them in Waterville, along with Rick, who is here tonight with his wife, Lainey, and was taking the same gap year to ski race. Papa Dick and Pat, Mom Macon, who is also here, both class of 55, and older sister Cindy, class of 81, and of course Rick, ski teammate, and a member of the men's soccer team who was at many of those Saturday night. Yeah, you were at the Rosebud and the Alibi. Yep, you were there. They took me in for the winter. They were Panther blue through and through, and I don't think I would have been given a bed that winter had I turned Middlebury down. Ski racing is very much an individual sport. However, when you get to college, it's a team event, and I loved that aspect of college racing. And our team at Middlebury, Alpine and Nordic, men and women, we were tight. Our coaches, Terry Aldrich and Monk, built an environment of team. We cheered, supported, consoled, and celebrated with each other in our victories and our defeats. We worked hard, but we also had just a little bit of fun along the way. I'm not quite sure how Monk survived the van rides home after carnivals with us crazy women, and Cindy reminded me, I think Mickey Heineken gave us a van ride once, and I think he was like, what was that all about? So speaking of Cindy, one of my best friends here, Cindy Gavitt Mumford, class of 83, can attest to the special bond that our team had and the lasting friendships that were built. I'm also honored to be here tonight with teammate, former Olympian and fellow inductee, Leslie Smith. Leslie and I attended the World University Games together in what was then communist Bulgaria. Leslie, do you remember the cockroaches that were in our bed? Despite the cockroaches, we had great experiences, and as a result, we have great memories. I was also able to share and pass down my passion for skiing with our two sons, Robbie and Andrew, by coaching in our local race program for 15 years. And my Middlebury education, combined with my skiing, landed me a job in the ski industry at Technica and Blizzard, where 30 years later, I'm still working. I was lucky to be able to turn my passion into a career, and more recently have been spearheading an initiative within our company that focuses on women in skiing. My positive co-ed experiences here and the confidence that skiing gave me in everything I do have influenced my desire to share my love of skiing and educate other women so they can come to love the sport as much as I do. We worked hard in the classroom, on the field, and on the slopes, and then we played really hard. We made great and lasting friendships, and I'm grateful for all that Middlebury gave me. Thank you.